In this video, we are going to look into the various steps which is going to help us to design a training program. So, as far as training is concerned, training is one of the planned activities to transfer any knowledge, skill and attitude for the trainee or the new employee. So, the trainer helps the new employee to attain the knowledge, skill and attitude required for his job. So, every training program, if you take into consideration, must address a particular problem or a set of issues which are there already in the organization. So in order to eliminate that, the new employees are trained in such a way, or they have put into a design training program in such a way that they do not create these issues again and again in the organization. On the basis of these issues prevailing in the organization, the design of the training program is being framed out. So there are mainly 6 points which we have to take into consideration when we consider designing a training program. First and foremost is whom to train. Whom to train is where that particular training department has to determine the candidates for whom the training is really necessary and it is required by them. As previously described, there are 2 employees or candidates getting into the organization, 2 types of them. First is the new freshers, that is, they do not have any work experience, and the second half is the experienced candidates. So the freshers may need a training program, whereas the experienced candidates, just a briefing is enough for them to grasp that particular job. So we have to decide, the training program or the training department has to decide to whom this training is really necessary and should be provided to them. Second point is who is a trainee. So it has to determine who is a trainee. So in simple words, who is a trainee? A trainee is a person who is learning and practicing the skills of a particular job. So that particular person is called a trainee. So these trainees should be selected on the basis of self-interest and recommendation by the superior or by the human resource department itself. So that we have seen already in the selection process. So these trainees or these new recruits are to be selected on the interest what they show during the interview and on the recommendation of the superiors of that particular organization. So who is going to be the trainee? A trainee is a person who has self-interest to learn and practice the skills required for that particular job. Thirdly is who are trainers. So trainer is a person who teaches skills to the employee and prepare them for the particular job activity. So these trainers are nothing but employees within the organization. They may be HR staff, specialists in other parts of the company, and they may also come from outside the company as consultants to train only for the purpose of training alone. They may also come inside the company and train the new recruits. So there are various names by which these trainers go. They are also called as instructors, coach, teacher, mentor, advisor, counselor, guide, guru, manager, handler, tutor and educator, etc. So these are the various names through which these trainers are rotating in the organization in order to educate the new recruits about the organization and the job activity. The fourth point, let us see that what method will be used for the training process. So the training organization or the organization which is providing the training for the new employees will decide the appropriate method of training to be given to that particular employee. Next is what should be the level of training. Is it going to be a genuine slow training or is it going to be a vigorous training? So that is going to be divided upon the recruits which are going to come inside the employee. So usually there will be an introductory training for the new recruits where a middle level employee will be given a skill development training, and a higher level employee like a CEO, or if he's been recruited as a manager, he will be given an enhanced enhanced functional efficiency training for the executives. That is, this is for the executive level. So these are the 3 levels of training an employee, and it should be generally decided again by the organization who recruit the particular employee. Sixth point, where to conduct the training program. So the venue for conducting the training program depends upon the availability of certain related factors. That is, if it is going to be off the job training, there must be a particular place to provide the seminar and etc. If it's going to be on the job training, then the work field must be in a situation to provide the employees the training in that particular area. So the venue will be decided according to the related factors for that particular training.